Have you ever paused and thought, wait, is that odor coming from me? Don't worry, you're not alone, and there's absolutely no shame in it. Today's video uncovers 8 everyday bathroom habits that could unintentionally make women over 50 smell less than fresh, even when it feels like you're doing everything right. Stick with me until the end, because I'll be sharing simple, doctor-recommended changes you can make starting today. These small tweaks can help you feel more confident, cleaner, and more in control of your body, because aging should be empowering, not limiting. Before we jump in, please give this video a like if you're all about feeling your best as you age. It really helps me reach more amazing women like you who want to stay informed and inspired. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and tap the bell so you never miss a tip on living vibrantly. Quick poll. Type 1 in the comments if you find this helpful. Type 0 if it's not your cup of tea. Your feedback helps me improve future videos just for you. And here's something we often overlook: the connection between scent and self-esteem. Smell can affect how we feel about ourselves, how we interact with others, and even how we carry ourselves in public. When you feel fresh, you act with more confidence. It's that simple. That's why tackling these habits isn't just about hygiene. It's about self-care on every level. Let's dive into the 8 habits that might be doing more harm than good, and how to easily switch them up for better results. Number 1, rethinking soap use in intimate areas. Let me share something that completely shifted how I think about personal hygiene. Years ago, I treated shower time like a mission, scrubbing every inch of my body with brightly colored, floral-scented soaps. I was especially focused on my intimate area, convinced that the cleaner it smelled, the healthier it was. I thought I was doing myself a favor. I wasn't. We're constantly surrounded by messages telling us that freshness means using scented washes, wipes, and sprays, many of them marketed directly to women. But what nobody told me, and what I wish I'd known earlier, is that these products can cause more harm than good. Not a single doctor, ad, or friend warned me that I was actually disrupting the natural balance my body works so hard to maintain. The vaginal area is not just sensitive, it's smart. It keeps itself clean by maintaining a specific pH level and a healthy mix of bacteria. This ecosystem is naturally designed to protect against infection and odor. When we start scrubbing with strong soaps or using products with fragrances, alcohol, or antiseptics, we end up stripping away the good bacteria and throwing off that delicate balance. Think of it like a garden. You wouldn't dump bleach on your plants because you're afraid of weeds. You'd be killing the very things that make the garden flourish. The same principle applies to your body. When we overload the vulva with products, it creates opportunities for irritation, dryness, and infections like yeast overgrowth or bacterial vaginosis, often the very things we were trying to avoid in the first place. It took several uncomfortable experiences and recurring symptoms before I finally got clarity. A compassionate gynecologist explained that the vagina is self-regulating and doesn't need internal cleaning. It produces natural secretions that flush out unwanted bacteria and maintain a healthy balance. Over-cleansing interrupts that process, creating problems instead of preventing them. As for the external area, the vulva, a simple rinse with warm water is usually all you need. If you want to use a cleanser, look for one that's specifically designed for sensitive, intimate areas, unscented, pH balanced, and free of harsh chemicals. And remember, never use anything inside the vaginal canal. It's not only unnecessary, it can be harmful. Many women also fall into the trap of using wipes, sprays, or douching products that claim to enhance freshness. But what these often do is mask natural odors, while introducing irritants that disrupt your body's defenses. Over time, these habits can lead to chronic irritation and even a greater sense of insecurity. Here's the truth that changed everything for me. Your body knows what it's doing. When you stop fighting it and start working with it, everything improves. Comfort, confidence, and overall well-being. And if something feels off, don't self-diagnose or over-clean. Seek advice from a medical professional. Sometimes the smartest step toward health is simply to let your body function the way it was meant to. Number 2, the hidden hygiene risk of dirty towels. Let's shift gears and talk about something you probably use every single day without giving it much thought. Your bath towel. Be honest. Can you remember the last time you tossed yours into the laundry? If you're hesitating, you're not alone. I used to believe that because I was drying off a clean body, my towel stayed clean too. It made perfect sense at the time. I'd hang it back up neatly, patting myself on the back for being low maintenance and eco-conscious. But eventually I started noticing something strange. Even after a good shower, my skin didn't feel or smell as fresh as it should. That lingering, musty scent, it wasn't in my imagination. It was my towel. You see, towels absorb water and dead skin cells every time you use them. Combine that with a warm, damp bathroom, and suddenly you've created the perfect environment for bacteria, mold, and mildew to multiply. Even if you can't see them, they're there, and they can transfer right back onto your freshly washed skin. What's worse, these microbes don't just create bad odors. They can lead to clogged pores, skin irritation, or even infections, especially if you have cuts, acne, or sensitive skin. I was unknowingly undoing the benefits of my skincare routine just by wrapping myself in a germy towel. I used to go a whole week with the same towel, thinking I was saving water and time. But once I realized what was actually happening, I made the switch. Experts recommend washing towels after every 3 to 4 uses, or even more frequently if your bathroom stays humid. A poorly ventilated space only makes the problem worse, allowing bacteria to thrive. To stay on top of it, I now use a simple rotation system. 3 towels in circulation, 1 in use, 1 in the wash, and 1 clean and ready. That way, I'm never scrambling or reusing a damp one out of habit. It's one of those small habits that makes a noticeable difference. Another tip, don't just toss your towel on a hook or over the shower rod. Make sure it's spread out flat so it can dry quickly and thoroughly. If your bathroom tends to stay moist, think about investing in a fan or a small dehumidifier. A dry towel is a clean towel. Since making these changes, my skin feels healthier and my bathroom smells fresher. Plus, that funky smell I used to think was just part of getting older disappeared entirely. Who knew something so simple could have such a big impact? If you're still here and enjoying the insights, go ahead and comment 1 below. It helps me know you're finding this helpful, and it means the world that you've taken the time to care for yourself and learn along with me. Number 3, overlooking your feet. A big mistake. Let's be honest, feet aren't exactly the center of most beauty routines. Hidden in socks and shoes all day, they often become an afterthought. Out of sight, out of mind, right? But ignoring your feet can come back to haunt you in the form of odor, discomfort, and even infections. For the longest time, I treated my feet like they'd clean themselves. I'd let the shower water run over them, and if I was feeling fancy, I'd swipe them once with a washcloth. That was it. No scrubbing, no drying between the toes. I figured they weren't dirty if they didn't look dirty. Spoiler, I was wrong. Eventually, a problem crept up, literally. I started noticing a persistent sour odor coming from my shoes, even on days when I hadn't broken a sweat. It was frustrating and embarrassing. I kept washing my shoes and changing my socks, but nothing worked, until I addressed the root of the problem: my neglected foot hygiene. Here's what's really going on. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at shedding dead cells. This buildup is particularly noticeable on the feet, especially around the heels and between the toes. Those areas become perfect feeding grounds for bacteria when not cleaned properly. Feet also have a staggering 250,000 sweat glands, which means moisture buildup is a given. If you're not actively washing, exfoliating, and drying your feet, you're setting the stage for odor, fungus, or even infections like athlete's foot. Once I understood this, I completely revamped my routine. Now during every shower, I spend at least a full minute cleaning my feet. I gently scrub with a soft cloth and a mild, fragrance-free soap, focusing on the soles, heels, and especially between my toes. I exfoliate once a week with a pumice stone to remove dead skin, but I'm careful not to overdo it. Gentle is the name of the game. Harsh scrubbing can create micro tears in aging skin and make things worse. What truly changed everything, though, was how I dry my feet. I use a fresh towel and make sure to dry thoroughly, especially between the toes, where trapped moisture can lead to fungal growth. It takes an extra 30 seconds, but the difference is huge. I also started using antifungal foot powder or moisture-wicking socks on warm days or when I wear enclosed shoes. That simple habit keeps sweat from building up and prevents odor from forming in the first place. Taking better care of your feet isn't just about keeping them smelling fresh. It's a real act of self-respect. Our feet carry us through decades of life, and if we don't give them a little attention, we pay the price with cracked heels, odor, infections, or discomfort that limits mobility. Regular foot care is also especially important if you have health conditions like diabetes or circulation issues, which can turn a minor issue into something more serious. Prevention really is the best medicine when it comes to foot health. So ladies, don't overlook the foundation of your body. A little care goes a long way. Your feet deserve more than a passing rinse. They deserve real attention. After all, they support your every move, every day. Take 5 minutes in the shower, give them a good scrub, and treat them to some moisturizing TLC. It's a small effort with big results: freshness, comfort, and confidence from the ground up. Number 4, the hidden consequences of flushing with the lid open. This may sound like a small detail, but flushing the toilet without closing the lid is a habit that can quietly sabotage your efforts to keep a clean, healthy bathroom. For a long time, I didn't give it a second thought. Flushing with the lid up felt normal, quick, effortless, and something everyone seemed to do. But when I stumbled upon the research, I was genuinely startled. It turns out this simple act can have surprisingly dirty consequences. When you flush with the lid open, the swirling water sends microscopic droplets, many containing bacteria and viruses, into the air in what scientists call a toilet plume. These particles can travel up to 6 feet and linger in the air for minutes or longer before eventually settling on nearby surfaces. And what's around your toilet? Toothbrushes, razors, face towels, skincare bottles, items that touch your skin or even go in your mouth. That harmless-looking mist can contaminate all of them, especially if your bathroom is small or lacks proper ventilation. I used to think a sparkling toilet bowl meant everything was clean, but that illusion disappeared when I realized that particles from flushing could land on the very towel I used to dry my face or the brush I ran through my hair. Not so clean after all. What makes it worse is the combination of toilet water and cleaning chemicals. If you use bleach tablets, scented cleaners, or deodorizers inside your toilet, flushing can release tiny bits of those substances into the air as well, adding harsh chemical particles to the mix. Now imagine this. You've just finished your nighttime skincare routine. Your face is clean, your moisturizer is fresh, your toothbrush is neatly placed beside the sink. And just as you walk out of the bathroom, someone flushes with the lid up. Within seconds, an invisible spray floats into the air, settling silently over everything you just used. You won't see it and you won't smell it, but it's there. That simple moment undoes all your efforts at cleanliness without you even realizing it. The good news? This is one of the easiest hygiene habits to fix. All you have to do is close the lid before you flush. That simple action dramatically reduces the spray of bacteria and helps keep the surfaces in your bathroom truly clean, not just looking clean. Since making this change, I've found my bathroom smells fresher, stays cleaner longer, and just feels more hygienic overall. I even started storing my toothbrush inside a cabinet instead of out in the open, just to be safe. It might seem like a small thing, but small things add up. Hygiene isn't always about what we do. Sometimes it's about what we stop doing. And in this case, stopping the open lid flush could be the smartest move you make for your health today. If you're still here with me and these tips have been helpful, please comment number 2 below. I'd love to know you're still watching. Thank you for spending this time with me. You're taking real steps toward a fresher, healthier lifestyle. Number 5, wearing the same underwear to bed. It might seem like a small detail in the grand scheme of self-care, but the choices we make about what we wear to bed can have a surprisingly big impact on how we feel, both physically and emotionally. Underwear, often overlooked, plays a crucial role in our comfort and health, especially as we navigate the changes that come with age. It's one of those things that sounds innocent enough, keeping on the same underwear from morning to night. After all, if it still feels comfortable by bedtime, what harm could it possibly do? The routine is familiar. The day winds down, pajamas go on, and the thought of changing your underwear feels unnecessary. You're not sweaty, you've barely moved from the sofa, and your body feels fine. But comfort can be misleading. Imagine slipping into bed after a long day, only to realize the fabric clings a little more than you'd like. The warmth feels a bit stuffy, and by morning, there's that faint, persistent odor you didn't expect. That's your body quietly signaling that it needs a break. Our underwear collects more than just the feeling of wear. It absorbs sweat, natural oils, dead skin, and microscopic bacteria throughout the day. Even when we don't feel dirty, our bodies are constantly producing and shedding, especially in warm, enclosed areas like the groin. I once spoke with a woman who'd battled recurring irritation without realizing her bedtime underwear habit was contributing. She thought she was clean because she showered regularly, but the overlooked layer against her skin overnight was fueling redness and discomfort. It's a subtle but powerful reminder that hygiene is more than just surface-level washing. Going to sleep without changing means all that buildup stays trapped against your skin for hours. This prolonged exposure, night after night, can disrupt your skin's natural balance, especially as estrogen levels drop with age, making the skin in intimate areas thinner and more vulnerable. Underwear made from synthetic materials, like nylon or spandex, tends to cling and doesn't allow air to circulate, which intensifies the problem. Breathability matters, particularly when it comes to preventing excess moisture and maintaining comfort. Switching to a fresh pair before bed, or choosing loose, cotton sleepwear with no underwear at all, can make a noticeable difference. Cotton allows the skin to breathe, wicks away moisture, and helps maintain a dry, cool environment. For some women, going commando at night feels strange at first, but many eventually find it liberating, both physically and mentally. It's a gentle way to care for your skin, to let your body rest fully, not just your mind. This simple shift in nighttime hygiene can also affect how your body feels in the morning. Less irritation, less lingering dampness, and an overall feeling of lightness that's easy to overlook until you've experienced it. And beyond hygiene, there's something symbolic here too. Changing into fresh underwear before bed isn't just a cleanliness habit. It's a small daily ritual that honors your comfort, your health, and your right to feel good in your own skin, no matter how ordinary the day has been. By embracing this simple practice, you're not just avoiding discomfort, you're creating space for self-respect. Every night becomes a moment to honor your body, showing it the same kindness and attention that you'd offer a close friend. Ultimately, it's a reminder that caring for ourselves doesn't have to be complicated or grandiose. Sometimes it's the quiet, consistent habits, like fresh underwear at bedtime, that build the foundation for feeling vibrant and at ease in our own skin. Number 6, overlooking the bathroom trash bin cleanliness. Let's admit it, the bathroom trash bin is one of those easy-to-forget spots that silently affects the overall hygiene of your space. For years, I ignored mine, thinking emptying it when full was enough. But the truth is, that little bin can quietly sabotage your efforts to keep a fresh and clean bathroom environment. I had a small, lidded trash bin stationed next to the toilet for convenience, perfect for tossing used tissues, cotton swabs, makeup pads, and hygiene products. My routine was simple. Wait until it overflowed, then take it out. I never thought this routine could be the source of a subtle but persistent odor in my bathroom. Here's the hidden issue. Every discarded item adds moisture and organic residue inside the bin. Used tissues might seem dry at first glance, but often they retain some dampness from the skin or bathroom humidity. Hygiene products and cotton pads absorb liquids or oils, which linger inside the bin after the lid is closed. This creates a warm, humid environment that's a perfect breeding ground for bacteria, mold, and mildew. Imagine the bin as a tiny, sealed ecosystem where bacteria multiply in the trapped moisture. Over time, the bin releases a faint, musty or sour smell that wafts through your bathroom. It's the kind of smell you don't notice immediately because you get used to it, but visitors might pick up on it unconsciously. I was stunned when a close friend politely pointed out an odd smell during her visit, which led me to investigate and realize the source was my neglected trash bin. Despite cleaning every other corner of my bathroom religiously, this tiny container was quietly ruining the ambiance. Since then, I've revamped my cleaning habits completely. Now, I empty the bin every 2 to 3 days, regardless of how full it is, preventing buildup before it starts. But emptying isn't enough. Once a week, I scrub the inside of the bin with a disinfectant spray or a vinegar-based cleaner that kills bacteria and dissolves any residue clinging to the surfaces. I've found this step crucial to eliminate lingering odors rather than just masking them. For an extra layer of freshness, I started adding a sprinkle of baking soda at the bottom of the bin. Baking soda naturally absorbs odors and moisture, preventing the air inside from becoming stale. Sometimes I also add a few drops of essential oils, like eucalyptus or lavender, which not only neutralize smells, but give the bathroom a spa-like scent. Beyond smell, keeping the bin clean prevents germs from spreading onto your hands when you empty it, reducing the risk of infections. It also means the bin doesn't become a visible source of grime or mold, which can be unsettling. The difference has been remarkable. My bathroom feels fresher, more hygienic, and even more welcoming to guests. It's amazing how such a small, simple change can impact the whole space's atmosphere. More importantly, this habit reminds me that cleanliness isn't just about visible surfaces. It's about the unseen corners where bacteria can linger unnoticed. The trash bin, small as it is, deserves attention in your hygiene routine. If neglected, it can harbor unpleasant smells and bacteria that quietly degrade your bathroom's overall cleanliness. But with just a few minutes of care each week, you can ensure your bathroom stays fresh, healthy, and inviting, a space you truly enjoy. Finally, this practice can be extended beyond the bathroom. Kitchen bins, office trash cans, and other small waste containers benefit from similar care, reinforcing a culture of cleanliness throughout your home. Number 7, neglecting to wash your bathrobe regularly. Imagine this. You've just stepped out of a warm, steamy shower. Your skin is still damp and tingling with that refreshed, squeaky clean feeling. The air feels light and perfect. You reach out to your beloved bathrobe, the soft fabric comforting you like a gentle hug, wrapping you in cozy warmth. It's one of those simple pleasures like a familiar embrace after a long day. But here's the catch. When was the last time you actually washed that bathrobe? If you're honest with yourself, the answer might be, I don't really remember. It's so easy to overlook, isn't it? After all, the bathrobe only comes out after you've scrubbed and rinsed thoroughly. Surely it must be clean, right? Unfortunately, that's a misconception. The reality is this. When you step out of the shower, your skin is damp, and that moisture inevitably transfers to the bathrobe fabric. If your robe doesn't dry properly, maybe it's folded up on a hook in a humid bathroom or shoved behind a door in a cramped space, that lingering dampness becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, mold, and mildew. These unwelcome guests thrive quietly in the folds of your plush robe. Over time, your bathrobe can develop a faint but unmistakable musty smell, which might cling to your skin when you wear it. That subtle odor can be confusing, making you wonder if it's your body, your soap, or something else entirely. The truth is, your robe may be silently sabotaging your fresh out of the shower vibe. I discovered this the hard way. No matter how often I washed and scrubbed myself, something felt off. It wasn't until I took a closer look at my bathrobe care routine that I found the missing link. To fix this, I committed to washing my bathrobe weekly without fail. To make it manageable, I invested in a second robe, so there's always a clean, fully dried option ready to wear while the other is in the laundry. I also changed how I hang my robes to dry. Instead of cramming them onto a towel hook in a steamy, poorly ventilated bathroom corner, I use an open rack placed in a spot with good air circulation. This simple change helps the fabric dry thoroughly, making it much less hospitable to bacteria and odors. The difference is remarkable. My robes now smell clean and fresh, like crisp laundry instead of that stale, damp closet scent. Wearing them feels like a true extension of my clean shower ritual. Pure comfort and freshness all around. One unexpected benefit I noticed was that my skin felt calmer and less irritated. Apparently, the bacteria and mildew that had accumulated in my old routine were contributing to subtle skin sensitivities. Keeping the bathrobes fresh reduced these issues significantly. Additionally, I began to appreciate the little self-care ritual of slipping into a soft, fresh robe after a shower as a real act of nurturing myself. Something to look forward to rather than just an afterthought. In the end, treating your bathrobe with the same care you give your skin transforms an everyday routine into a soothing ritual. It's these small touches of attention that elevate your self-care, making each shower feel truly refreshing from start to finish. Your bathrobe becomes more than just a garment. It becomes a symbol of the respect and kindness you show yourself every day. Number 8, forgetting to clean under your arms after shaving. Shaving your underarms is a common part of many people's grooming routines, but many don't realize that the care needed immediately afterward is just as important as the shave itself. Skipping the proper post-shave cleaning can lead to lingering irritation, unpleasant odors, and even infections. Right after shaving, your skin is often left vulnerable. The process creates tiny cuts and removes the protective top layer of dead skin cells, exposing sensitive, fresh skin that's more prone to irritation. If you don't thoroughly cleanse the area to remove residual shaving cream, sweat, bacteria, and dead skin, you're inviting trouble. All these elements trapped in your underarm can cause clogged pores, razor bumps, or even folliculitis, inflamed hair follicles that are painful and unsightly. For years, I rushed through this step, thinking a quick rinse was enough, but I soon noticed that my underarms felt irritated, and sometimes even itchy or red. It wasn't until I adopted a more deliberate post-shave care routine that things truly improved. Using a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser designed for sensitive skin is key. It removes all the leftover residue without stripping away the natural oils that protect your skin. After cleansing, it's crucial to dry your underarms by gently patting with a soft towel instead of rubbing, which can aggravate the delicate skin. Applying a soothing, alcohol-free moisturizer or an aftershave balm tailored for sensitive areas helps calm inflammation and restores hydration, speeding up the healing process. This simple addition has made my skin noticeably smoother and less prone to irritation. Another crucial detail often overlooked is when to apply deodorant or antiperspirant. Many conventional products contain alcohol and strong fragrances that can sting freshly shaved skin, causing discomfort or burning sensations. It's best to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes after shaving before applying any deodorant, or better yet, switch to a gentle, natural formula designed for sensitive skin during this time. Beyond skincare, the razor itself plays a significant role. Using a dull blade can increase friction and the likelihood of cuts, so always ensure your razor is sharp and clean. Replace blades frequently and avoid shaving over the same spot multiple times in one session. Incorporating exfoliation into your routine a couple of times a week can also help by removing dead skin cells, reducing the risk of clogged pores and ingrown hairs. Over time, consistent attention to these details will not only keep your underarms fresh and irritation-free, but will also prevent the stubborn odors that can arise when bacteria thrive in unclean shaving residues. Remember, your underarms are a sensitive, active part of your body that deserve focused care, especially when shaving disturbs their natural balance. By embracing this mindful routine, you'll feel more comfortable and confident, no longer worrying about irritation or odor post-shave. It's a small investment of time that pays off in skin health and daily freshness. Thanks for watching. Remember, small changes in your daily bathroom habits can make a huge difference in how fresh and confident you feel, no matter your age. From how you clean your intimate areas to caring for your towels and bathrobes, these tips are designed to help you embrace aging gracefully and comfortably. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with someone who might benefit. And if you want more practical health and wellness advice tailored just for you, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay fresh, stay confident, and take good care of yourself. You deserve it at every stage of life.